the last and final module of the course here, so congratulations for making it this far. You're in a very, very small percentage of people who actually follow through with what you say you're going to do, so congratulations to you. Hats off. I just wanted to go ahead and jump into one of the most important pieces here, which is going to be traffic, right? So now that you've started to build out your personal brand, after you've figured out your niche and the direction you want to go with all that, you've got a brand name, you've got a logo, you're looking professional as all get out. From here, you go ahead and you find your core offer or core product, or maybe you designed your own product with the knowledge that you've acquired over time. You've taken people through your sales funnel, your capture page, thank you page, and sales page. Some people purchased, a lot of people didn't, but then you went ahead and took them through your 5-day follow-up sequence where you got even more people to purchase your product or service or opportunity, whatever that may be. And now it just comes down to, now that you've kind of figured a few of those things out on your own, what is the best way to continue getting traffic to that product, service, or opportunity, right? And so there's many, many different ways to get traffic. Free, paid, kind of depends on what you're looking to do. I'm going to kind of jump into the pros and cons of those. But first off, when it comes to free sources of traffic, I'm going to jump into those and write those out on the board here. Starting out with, social media. This is going to be anything from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, maybe even LinkedIn, like who knows. It could be different blogs or forums or whatever it may be. Reddit is a great place, the forum of the internet. Reddit, you can literally jump into any community, start contributing, get people interested in who you are, what you're about, and then send them over to your freemium, send them over to your free content, grab their email, and then you can go ahead and continue to market them. So there's plenty of different places where you can go and get, essentially free traffic. So blog, sometimes you can actually even, this would fall more on the paid side, but you can pay people to guest blog for them so that you can promote your product or opportunity. And so, blogs are a great way, whether it's free or paid, but if you own your own blog and you've got the SEO cranking in the background, the more blog posts you put out, the more opportunity you have for people to actually come and stumble across your page and your information that you're putting out to the public, and then ultimately your core offer. So I'll go ahead, blog, and then I said like forums or Reddit. So those are just a handful of sources. All your social media platforms, blogs, Reddit, whatever it may be. The pros of dealing with free traffic are going to be the fact that it doesn't cost. So it doesn't cost you anything. It really helps you build your brand, like essentially turn into who you need to be in order to continue to provide value to your audience. Because understand, not everybody is incredible or polished or good at what they're doing. Everybody has to grow when they are becoming their own brand, whenever they are becoming an entrepreneur and creating things for the first time. Maybe not first time for everybody, but for a lot of people, it's gonna be the first time they've written an ebook, or they've created a video training, or they've shared their specialized knowledge with the world. And so, it doesn't cost anything, helps to build your brand. And then you've got backlog content for your blog. You've got tons of videos out on YouTube that are continuing to get hits every single day without you doing or paying anything. So that's always awesome. Typically, you're getting higher quality leads. So since I have limited room here, so we'll just call that higher quality leads. And better conversions. So we'll just, conversions. So doesn't cost anything, helps to build your brand, higher quality leads, and better conversions because of those higher quality leads, right? They jumped on board with you because of all of the free content you're providing on whatever medium that you choose. So the one tip I will give you is you probably don't want to just try to blast all your content to YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all these other places. You really need to master one source at a time, especially if you are, you're doing free content, or if you do paid content. You really just want to focus on one. If Facebook is your medium, you're going to run Facebook ads, or you're going to do free content through Facebook. Stick with Facebook, master that, and then go ahead and move on to the other platforms, so you don't just get information overwhelmed, getting all sorts of info coming at you from all over the place. That is the quickest way to paralyze you. So just be aware of that. Been there, done that, trying to save you guys some trouble. So heed my words and take it easy. Become a master and then move on. As far as the cons go, it does take some time to see results. So this clock means time. So it will take some time to see those results, because you got to get your SEO up. You've got to have backlog content. It takes a while for people to start recognizing, like, oh, this person's building a business online, or oh, this person is providing a ton of value. So the best place to do that, from what I have personally found, is to put this out on your personal Facebook page. And so you're going to want to go ahead and have a lot of friends or followers that are following you because of the content you're sharing. And where's the best place to find those people, right? Go into groups, make some friends, add them as a friend, ask them questions. Do not sell to them whatsoever. All you're doing is you're making connections, so that by the time you come out with your free product, opportunity, etc., you're going to go ahead and whatever that freemium content is, they're going to see you post about it on your Facebook wall or Facebook page, and going to go ahead and opt in if it seems appealing enough to them. So if they're already in that niche, you know that when you serve up some free content for them, a free download for them, they're most likely going to take advantage of that. So just a little insider tip for all the freebies out there. It does take some time. Competition is high, and that is simply because there's a ton of other people putting out free content when it comes to SEO on a blog. If you're in the fitness realm or health and wellness, and you guys are all sharing the same recipe or similar recipes, protein pancakes here, clean grass-fed beef burgers there. Understand that you are fighting for the page one of Google. YouTube maybe not be as saturated. It will be very, very soon. But you just need to make sure that your content is being seen. But when it's free and you're not paying to boost it or promote it or anything like that, it is going to be a little bit harder for eyeballs, to get eyeballs on your content. So just a heads up. Also a con, I think it's a pro, but it is a con to a lot of people, is it does take a lot of effort, right? If you're going to be putting out daily content on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, you actually do have to set apart time for that, right? Sometimes 2, maybe even 4 hours a day to just create a few simple quote images for your Instagram, especially if you're horrible at designing like I am. That stuff will take you all day and then some. So understand that it is extremely important to have free content out there, because even if you are paying for traffic, people need to know that you're the real deal. They need to know that you're already providing value, and so therefore if they purchase something from you, you can essentially back it up, and they're going to look for you on your social media profiles, so make sure you're the real deal. So that's the cons. Now when it comes to paid traffic, which we'll just put a little line here, separate these bad boys. When it comes to paid traffic, your many different sources of places you can pay would be CPC, which is cost per click, something like Google AdWords or Bing or whatever, where you basically send people to your website, but you have to pay every single time someone clicks that link. So they could be on there for like 3 seconds, and you might have paid $2, $3, $4 for that click. If you really know what you're doing, you can probably get under $1. Understand that must be going to a really, really good offer to where you're making enough money to pay for those costs per clicks. So I honestly, I don't mess around with CPC really at all. Used to back in the day when I was doing affiliate stuff a long time ago, but everything with Google has changed so much that I have found that Facebook is really, really my go-to. Facebook ads in order to drive not cheap but high quality and a lot less costly than cost per click or Google AdWords. You can target exactly who you're looking for, interest-based, location, whatever it is, gender, income. So Facebook is really my sweet spot, and very quickly moving over into some YouTube as well. So outside of that, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually pay someone to appear on their blog. And then let's see here, we've got, as well with YouTube, you can do, Facebook, you can do YouTube ads. And I'm not sure when I'm going to run out of board here, so this might go off the screen. And then last but not least is, you'll start hearing about this a lot, is solo ads. And what solo ads are is they're essentially where you are paying to promote a product, service, opportunity in somebody else's email list. So they know that the people on the email list, they know that person who's sending it out, but they don't know who you are. So conversions on those are absolutely garbage. I would just say stay away from them, just from personal experience. Not really worth the money. But if you're looking for a way to get cheap subscribers that might eventually convert, you can mess with solo ads and see how they go for you. Just don't dump a ton of money into it. Now the pros of paid traffic is, it's a very fast way to see results, build a list, get subscribers, etc. So that is an incredible pro. And let's see here what we got next. Yeah, it really helps. Just like I said, builds a list. So speed is everything when it comes to pay. You're just going to be able to test and kind of get to the bottom of what converts better when things are paid. What we got last here, yes, and targeting is huge, as I mentioned with Facebook. You can target your exact audience for whatever you're willing to spend per click, per view, etc. Now the cons is obviously money. It's going to cost you money. Not going to be cheap, especially in the beginning. You're not going to be an expert, so you will be throwing a lot of money out the window, so to say, until you kind of learn Facebook ads all the way, or you find a good strategy that's working for you, or you find the right target audience that really truly is the niche of who's looking for your product. So is the money. It can be costly. The one thing over here that I said it was good is this does not force you to grow. When you can just pay for traffic, right? Dump a budget into it, whatever. It doesn't force you to create your own content. It doesn't force you to become the person you need to be for other people who are following you. And so, I personally do both free and paid ads. In the beginning, I was only doing free content because I didn't have a huge budget, and that gave me enough money to really start playing around and with Facebook ads and some CPC stuff. So understand, growth is huge. If you're going to be building a business, growth is everything. You need to become the person that people expect you